Welcome to Homestead How. I am recording live from our homestead in the middle of a huge Wisconsin blizzard. 12 inches of snow on the way. The main road to our homestead is completely blocked in. So there's not much we can do on the homestead. We decided to take this opportunity to share some of our favorite homesteading, educational, documentaries, films, and TV shows that are currently available for free on YouTube. We've got an amazing list of 4 documentaries, films, and shows that we think you're going to really enjoy. If you're like us and you enjoy learning and you want to learn more about homesteading, these are for you. Enjoy. If you're watching our channel, you're probably like us and you like to learn. That's the name of our channel, Homestead How, Learn With Us. We enjoy learning. We enjoy learning from YouTube. We've got a collection of amazing homesteading and off-grid related videos, documentaries, and shows that we've watched on YouTube that are, in our opinion, the best of the best. Things that you should have watched by now, and you will thank me for referring you to these videos. And the first one I'm going to talk about, these are in no particular order. I'll go through them kind of quickly. Each of them are related to homesteading. They have an educational component, and they're just so well done that you have to watch them. The first one I'm going to talk about, I've got on my screen here now, is called Grandfather. And I'm going to have links to all of these in the description below. And again, all of these are free to watch on YouTube. Some of them you could optionally purchase a DVD if you wanted to, but the first one is called Grandfather, the full documentary. I just came across this the other day on YouTube, and it's amazing. I don't understand why it's on YouTube for free. It should be something you have to pay for. The quality, the cinematography is amazing. It's so good. Just a quick overview. This is a full documentary movie. The movie uncovers one day in each season in his life. It talks about his daily routine and dedication to his down-to-earth lifestyle, his passion, and his love for horses. This guy is 76 years old. He's a homesteader. He's living off-grid, and his woodpile puts me to shame. The work that he does in one day puts me to shame. It's like, man, I could be working so much harder. He's got a beautiful homestead. This is the kind of guy that you look at and you're like, this guy is a master of his domain, and that domain being homesteading. I want to be like this guy when I grow up, and I've got so much work to do, but this video is so inspiring. The cinematography is amazing. Like, this is like Oscar worthy. You're watching me on YouTube right now. You should be watching this guy instead of me. Well, finish watching the video first though, because I do have some other really amazing videos related to homesteading and off-gridding that you're going to want to watch. Now the next one on the list, and again, these are in no particular order. Oh, this is a really good one. You guys are going to like this. Some of you have probably seen it already, but if you want to talk about something that is rewatchable, Alone in the Wilderness with Dick Proeneke.
It was good to be back in the wilderness again, where everything seems at peace. I was alone, just me and the animals.
If you haven't heard of this guy, my goodness, you're in for a treat. If you had heard of him, you're agreeing with me and nodding your head yes right now. And you can rewatch this. I stumble across this every now and then. YouTube will suggest it. I'm like, oh, watch it for a little bit, and you get sucked back in. Dick Proeneke is the original YouTuber before there was YouTube. Back in the 1960s, he went out into the Alaskan wilderness and he built a log cabin with his bare hands, with hand tools, and it's amazing. He films the wildlife, he films the construction of his cabin, and he narrates it, and it's so good. Dick filmed his journey into the remote Alaskan wilderness in the 1960s to live a quiet and self-sufficient lifestyle. The original homesteader, the original self-sufficient YouTuber before there was YouTube. He builds a cabin from materials taken from his land. He actually builds the tools to build the cabin. And he shares his thoughts on nature. He talks about the excesses of the modern world. And It's amazing. He lived in the wilderness in this cabin he built with his own hand for 30 years until he was over 80 years old. You may have seen some of his videos back in the day on PBS. There's quite a few on YouTube. I'll leave a link in the description below for Alone in the Wilderness. There's a bunch of videos on YouTube. Some of them are spread out. If you want to watch them all at one time and not mess around finding them on YouTube, there's a 2 DVD set for sale on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description for that one below. If you haven't seen his videos, you got to go check them out. And if you have, it's like the most rewatchable video on YouTube if you're a homesteader. So go check out Alone in the Wilderness with Dick Proeneke. This one is called Wartime Farm.
Churchill called the farms of Britain the front line of freedom. Now, historian Ruth Goodman and archaeologists Alex Langlands and Peter Ginn are turning the clock back.
100% free on YouTube. You don't have to pay a dime to watch this. Historian Ruth Goodman and archaeologist Alex Langlands and Peter Ginn face up to the challenges of the biggest revolution ever seen in the history of the British countryside. They turn Manor Farm back to how it was run in the Second World War. So it's modern day, it's sort of a documentary, but they say what was it like in World War II on this farm, and they rebuild it from scratch. They start planting things, there's blacksmithing, all sorts of great homesteading things. This is an excellent video series, and there's actually 2 others. So this one is called Wartime Farm. There's also Victorian Farm and Edwardian Farm. So there's 3 different videos. Another great educational homestead content on YouTube, Wartime Farm. Go check it out. It's kind of going through the list in my memory banks. This one I watched a couple of years ago. This thing is amazing. Completely free on YouTube, Pioneer Quest.
It's a return to life in the 1870s. A struggle to survive in the rugged Canadian heartland with only the tools of the time.
You can't prepare yourself for how hard it is doing this. As hard as we thought it would be, it's way harder.
So here's the quick description. Pioneer Quest follows 2 couples as they assume the lives of early settlers in the West, and they spend a full 1 year living as if it was the 1870s. They're on a Canadian prairie. They start from scratch. It's 2 couples, and it follows them over the course of a year going through all of the struggles. When I think of things like, remember when the show Survivor came out, I was so excited for that show, like, oh, this is going to be cool, people actually surviving. That show is so fake, and there's contests, and you win this challenge, these made-up games that they have, and then they'll bring in some barbecue lunch for you. That is not surviving. Pioneer Quest is surviving. These guys start out with almost nothing. It is an absolutely amazing series. You're going to thank me for this one. Go check it out if you haven't seen it. It's called Pioneer Quest. I'll put a link in the description below. The entire series is on YouTube for free, and you can stream the whole thing, binge watch it. If you don't want to watch it on YouTube, there's also a 9-part DVD set on Amazon. If you prefer to go the DVD route, I'll leave a link in the description for that as well. So those were my top 4. Grandfather, Alone in the Wilderness with Dick Proeneke, Wartime Farm, and Pioneer Quest. I'm trying to think like which of those are my favorites. I really can't pick one. They each have their own unique aspects. Pioneer Quest is right up there, especially if you want to learn and you want to really see the struggle. That's a really great one. Please, 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 if you're enjoying our videos, if you're enjoying Homestead How, leave a comment, subscribe, leave a thumbs up, and leave a comment down below. Tell us, what are you watching? What sort of entertainment, homesteading, educational content are you into that I missed? Please let us know and share with the rest of the group, and I'll do a follow-up video when we have more, because there is a lot of really good stuff out there if you're into homesteading and learning. Thanks for watching.